people do not just lose themselves all of a sudden. It starts slowly with one disrespectful act, and then it graduates into something much bigger. Today, I want to share with you 10 disrespectful behaviors that you should not tolerate from your friends, your relationship, or your family. If you're feeling a little undervalued or even confused, this video just might be the clarity that you need. Let's begin. The first disrespectful behavior you should not tolerate from anyone is consistent dismissal of your feelings. If a person tells you that you're overreacting, if they say to you that you are constantly making a big deal out of nothing, they are dismissing your emotional reality. You see, healthy people listen, they understand, they discuss and they find solution. But manipulative people try to minimize who you are. So don't ever allow anybody to dismiss your feelings. Another disrespectful behavior that you should not tolerate is public or private humiliations. You know, sometimes we all joke, we all tease, but if a person is constantly making a joke at your expense, if a person is constantly doing things that is cutting deep and is hurting your feelings, and even after you've told them to stop, cut them off. If you have a person that says publicly your nose is big, you are ugly, and then they laugh about it, and they're the only one laughing, that is a disrespectful behavior that you should not tolerate. Let's move on to the third behavior that you should never tolerate. I've always have this mentality that boundaries are a requirement into your life. These are the requirements that you set. These are the things that people are not supposed to violate. So if you have a person, when you tell them don't do this, I don't like this, and they keep on doing it, and they tell you that, oh, I'm sorry, I just forgot, I didn't mean to do it, it was never to hurt your feelings, that is not true. They are violating your boundaries. Cut them out. They are being very disrespectful. Honesty should never be weaponized. Here's what I mean. If you share your vulnerability with a person and they use that against you, that is one of the most disrespectful things anybody can do to you. So let's say, for example, you share something that you're deeply afraid of, but you share this information in confidence. You share it hoping that this person will keep it between the both of you. And then the moment things do not go the right way, or the moment maybe you two are in some sort of disagreement, they use that against you. My father will always say to me, in times of peace, prepare for war. And this is very much important. It doesn't necessarily mean that you should sit down and be suspicious of everyone, but it also means that you should be careful with who you choose to be honest with. Because a lot of people, their feelings is very feeble. They have fickle minds. Today, they celebrate with you. Tomorrow, they become your worst enemy and find different ways and means to bring you down. So please be careful. Another disrespectful behavior that you should not tolerate are people who show what is called selective support. They come around when it is convenient, when it's about sharing in your glory. That's the only time they show up. But when you really need them, they are nowhere to be found. Don't tolerate those people. Don't encourage them. Furthermore, guys, you have to be on the lookout for backhand compliment. A person who cannot give you genuine praise or compliments is hiding something, possibly envy or jealousy. So whenever a person says to you something like, you look good for your age, okay, with that big nose of yours, you still look handsome, they are disrespecting you. If you are going to give a compliment, give an honest compliment. There's no reason to insult the person. There's no reason to try to belittle the person. So don't tolerate backhand compliments. The moment they started telling that, thank you, but no thanks. Another disrespectful behavior that you shouldn't take from anyone, and this mostly happens in relationship, is when they use silent treatment as punishment. Don't take that from people. You know, oftentimes they say some people are insensitive, you know, some people are very hard to deal with. But that is because if you give in to the silent treatment that they give to you as a means of getting their ways, as a means of manipulating you, then you've just created a whole another level of problem for yourself. So People who are in relationship or even friends, you've got to learn to find ways and means to settle your differences, either by communicating or by agreeing to disagree. But when you have a person that withholds their communication, that withholds their love, that withholds everything simply because they didn't get their way, it is disrespectful and manipulative. Don't encourage them, don't tolerate it. I understand that sometimes forgiveness takes a little bit more time. It takes time for you to trust that person, especially if they've betrayed your trust. But then, if you are with a person that is constantly keeping scores of all the things that you've done against them, then you need to be very careful, because that is not only disrespectful, it is also very deadly. So you don't want to be with a person that every time they use your past mistakes, they use things that you've done in the past, they use the errors or the wrongdoings that you have done to them, they use that to manipulate you. That is very dangerous. So if a person is constantly doing that, they're disrespecting you, and you should not tolerate that, especially if you have pleaded, you've apologized, and you're genuinely sorry. So keep that at the back of your mind. Another disrespectful behavior is one-sided effort. This one is pretty straightforward. If you're in a friendship, you're in a family, or even a relationship, and you're the only one making the effort, they don't care. They just take all the effort from you. They just suck out all the effort from you, and they feel entitled to whatever you have. Cut them off completely. These are disrespectful people. These are mean people. These are people that do not have your best interest at heart. And the last disrespectful behavior I want to talk about in this video is anybody that disrespects your time, people that don't value your time. If you have an appointment and you tell them that, well, I'm going to leave everything I'm doing and I will come here by 2 p.m. Let's meet at 2 p.m. and they don't show up, that is disrespectful. If you are going on a date and you've planned this beautiful date and you've put in a lot of effort and they don't show up, they're always canceling on you at the last minute. They're promising that they're going to come visit you but never visit. A whole lot of different scenarios. Anytime a person does not take into account the time, the effort, the energy you're putting in, they don't respect you, and you should not tolerate them in your life. Let me say this. I don't think any of this disrespect is our fault or your fault if you've ever been a victim. The first step to put an end to all this disrespectful behaviors from people is to acknowledge them, to recognize them, and then say to yourself, this person is disrespecting me, and going forward, I'm going to make sure that they don't do that. I hope this video has been helpful. I hope it has been insightful and has given you the clarity that you need, so you don't feel overwhelmed, so you don't feel confused or undervalued. Thank you so much. If this means a lot to you, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Until then, guys, I'll catch you in the next video.